If you only read the books that everyone else is reading, you can only think what everyone else is thinking. What we seek is some kind of compensation for what we put up with. I was always attracted not by some quantifiable, external beauty, but by something deep down, something absolute. Just as some people have a secret love for rainstorms, earthquakes, or blackouts, I liked that certain undefinable something directed my way by members of the opposite sex. For want of a better word, call it magnetism. Like it or not, it's a kind of power that snares people and reels them in. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. The most important thing we learn at school is the fact that the most important things can't be learned at school. In order to change the world, you have to get your head together first. It's all about finding the right balance between the comfortable and the curious. If you're young and talented, it's like you have wings. Closing your eyes isn't going to change anything. Nothing's going to disappear just because you can't see what's going on. In fact, things will even be worse the next time you open your eyes. That's the kind of world we live in. If you remember me, then I don't care if everyone else forgets. What happens when people open their hearts? They get better. All I do is keep on running in my own cozy, homemade void, my own nostalgic silence. And this is a pretty wonderful thing. No matter what anybody else says. The end of the world is a concept that has been around since the beginning of the world, and it has always been a bit of a letdown. The most important thing is to have something important to say. A person's destiny is something you look back at afterwards, not something to be known in advance. Nobody likes being alone that much. I don't go out of my way to make friends, that's all. It just leads to disappointment. Sometimes when I look at you, I feel I'm gazing at a distant star. It's dazzling, but the light is from tens of thousands of years ago. Maybe the star doesn't even exist anymore. Yet sometimes that light seems more real to me than anything. The only way to deal with fear is to face it head-on. If you can't understand it without an explanation, you can't understand it with an explanation. You know what charm is a way of getting the answer yes without having asked any clear question. If you really want to know yourself, start by writing a book. A certain type of perfection can only be realized through a limitless accumulation of the imperfect. Anyone who falls in love is searching for the missing pieces of themselves. So anyone who's in love gets sad when they think of their lover. It's like stepping back inside a room you have fond memories of, one you haven't seen in a long time. Even if we could turn back, we'd probably never end up back where we started. No matter how far you travel, you can never get away from yourself. The most important thing is to be yourself. Unless you can be Batman. Always be Batman. Whatever it is you're seeking won't come in the form you're expecting. Nobody likes being alone that much. I don't go out of my way to make friends, that's all. It just leads to disappointment. If you can love someone with your whole heart, even one person, then there's salvation in life. Even if you can't get together with that person. The most important thing we learn at school is the fact that the most important things can't be learned at school. No matter how far you travel, you can never get away from yourself. What a terrible thing it is to wound someone you really care for and to do it so unconsciously. I could feel the tears finally streaming down my face, hot and unstoppable. It was like opening the floodgates. What's so great about entertainment? If it doesn't teach you how to be a better person, then what's the point? Sometimes when I look at you, I feel I'm gazing at a distant star. It's dazzling, but the light is from tens of thousands of years ago. Maybe the star doesn't even exist anymore. Yet sometimes that light seems more real to me than anything. I have a million things to talk to you about. All I want in this world is you. I want to see you and talk. I want the two of us to begin everything from the beginning. If you only read the books that everyone else is reading, you can only think what everyone else is thinking. Memories and thoughts age, just as people do. But certain thoughts can never age, and certain memories can never fade. When you come out of the storm, you won't be the same person who walked in. That's what this storm's all about. We each bear our own cross.